The Chargers are heading into Houston this weekend for a critical wildcard matchup against the Texans. The Texans secured the AFC South title this season despite a modest record, making them arguably one of the more favorable opponents for the Chargers in the opening round of the playoffs. Both teams feature elite defensive units, which could make this a defensive showdown. However, with two young quarterbacks leading their offenses, it may ultimately come down to who can perform better under pressure. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into the numbers for both teams this season and see which one is the favorite. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. Let's start with the offense. Offensively, the Chargers have been solid but not spectacular, ranking 20th in total yards per game with 324.4. They've been more productive when it comes to scoring, averaging 23.6 points per game, placing them 11th in the league. The passing game has hovered around the middle of the pack, averaging 213.5 yards per game, 19th in the league, while the ground attack has delivered 110.7 rushing yards per game, 17th in the league. Justin Herbert has been the centerpiece of the offense, throwing for 3,870 yards with 23 touchdowns this season. J.K. Dobbins has anchored the run game, contributing 905 rushing yards and finding the end zone 9 times. mcconkey has been the primary receiving weapon, recording an impressive 1,149 yards and 82 receptions, while Quentin Johnson has been a key red zone target with 8 receiving touchdowns. Justin Herbert has been more efficient this season, throwing just 3 interceptions compared to C.J. Stroud's 12, giving the Chargers a potential edge at the most crucial position. The Texans' offense, by contrast, has struggled for consistency, ranking 22nd in total yards per game, with an average of 319.7, and 19th in scoring with 21.9 points per game. Their passing attack has been slightly below average, generating 207.4 yards per game, ranking them 21st place in the league, while the run game has fared slightly better at 112.3 yards per contest, putting them 15th overall in the league. C.J. Stroud has shown flashes, but has also struggled with turnovers, finishing the regular season with 3,727 passing yards and 20 touchdowns, but 12 interceptions. Joe Mixon has been the workhorse on the ground, rushing for 1,016 yards and scoring 11 touchdowns. Nico has been Stroud's top target, with 1,006 receiving yards, 68 receptions, and 7 touchdowns. Herbert's leadership, paired with a solid supporting cast of playmakers, gives them a noticeable edge in both the passing and ground game. With their balanced attack and ability to protect the football, they're better positioned to control the tempo and capitalize on scoring opportunities compared to the Texans' more inconsistent offensive performance. On the defensive side, the Chargers have been outstanding, allowing just 17.7 points per game, ranking as the best scoring defense in the league. They've been particularly effective against the pass, holding opponents to 206.9 passing yards per game, putting them 7th in the league. The run defense has been solid but less dominant, giving up 117.5 yards per game. Linebacker Diane Henley has been a tackling machine, racking up 147 tackles this season. Tuli Tuipulotu has been a disruptive force in the trenches, with 11 tackles for loss and 8.5 sacks. In the secondary, cornerback Tarheeb Still has broken up 10 passes and secured 4 interceptions. The defense has also benefited from forced turnovers, with Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa forcing 2 fumbles each, while safety Elijah Molden has recovered 2 fumbles. The Texans' defense has also been their strongest unit, ranking 5th in total yards allowed per game, an average of 315. They've been particularly effective against the pass, holding opponents to just 201 passing yards per game. However, they've been slightly more vulnerable against the run, allowing 114 rushing yards per contest. Linebacker Henry To'oTo'o has led the charge with 105 tackles. Edge Danielle Hunter has been a disruptive force, recording 17 tackles for loss and 12 sacks. In the secondary, Derek Stingley has been outstanding, breaking up 18 passes and recording 5 interceptions, tying with safety Cam Bullock for the team lead. The defense has forced turnovers consistently, with multiple players contributing 2 forced fumbles, and edge Derek Barnett alongside DT Mario Edwards, each recovering 2 fumbles. This wildcard matchup has all the makings of a tense playoff showdown. The Chargers seem to have the edge with a more balanced offense and one of the league's top defenses, but the Texans' playmakers on both sides of the ball can't be overlooked. What do you think? Will Justin Herbert and the Chargers take advantage of this opportunity, or can Houston pull off the upset? Let me know your predictions in the comments and stay tuned for more in-depth coverage as the playoffs.